This is your weekly rundown of episode Heresy, week 14, starting on May 6th. This Tuesday at 9am PDT, you can join the Destiny 2 team at Bungie, as they will be streaming the content reveal for the next year of Destiny 2, and the first expansion, The Edge of Fate. This week also sees the introduction of the new limited time event, Rite of the Nine, which is free to all players, with no dungeon keys required. Each week, one dungeon will be the featured dungeon for the week, rotating weekly with the Spire of the Watcher, Prophecy, and Ghost of the Deep. Rite of the Nine is available in 3 versions. Explorer mode for guardians who are new to dungeons, with tooltips explaining mechanics, no darkness zones, 5-second revive timer, and waypointing. Eternity mode for more experienced guardians, and Ultimatum mode for a tougher challenge, tougher enemies, tougher modifiers, and greater rewards. With a selection of 12 returning dungeon weapons with updated perks, a new 9 theme aesthetic, and even adept weapons for those who take on the hardest challenge. Weapon attuning is also available, similar to how the Brave Arsenal works in Onslaught. Weapons available are the Arc Precision Frame Auto Rifle Prosecutor, the Strand High Impact Frame Pulse Rifle Relentless, the Strand Adaptive Frame Hand Cannon Judgment, the Void Aggressive Frame Shotgun A Sudden Death, the Void Double Frame Grenade Launcher Wild of Light, the Arc Aggressive Frame Scout Rifle Long Arm, the Stasis Heavy Burst Sidearm Liminal Vigil, the Arc High Impact Frame Machine Gun Terminus Horizon, the Stasis Wave Frame Grenade Launcher New Pacific Epitaph, the Solar Aggressive Frame Submachine Gun No Survivors, the Solar Rapid Fire Glaive Greasy Luck, and the Stasis Aggressive Frame Rocket Launcher Cold Comfort. All of these weapons come with the new origin trait called Gravity Well. When reloading, this weapon automatically gathers nearby ammo, which is exclusive to these weapons. Plus, arriving later this week on May 9th is the new PvP mode Heavy Metal, where teams of Guardians will battle it out in tanks versus Brigs. But that's not all, as when Heavy Metal arrives, so does a new way to play. Introducing Event Homes, which is the new replacement for event cards, where you'll find weekly and rotating daily challenges related to the event. Plus, these homes have their own reward tracks to unlock items as you complete challenges and play the event activities. Heavy Metal will also come with its own event rank track, with 15 ranks available to all players. Each rank has its own reward, like a weapon, an emblem, or enhancement materials. Another key aspect of the new event home is the event tokens. This is a new currency that's obtained upon completion of daily and weekly challenges, with the latter granting a more generous amount. The tokens you earn by playing during the event can be used in the reward shop to purchase any rewards during each event. Just don't sleep on the tokens, as they will go away when the event is over. The reward shop will have rewards like weapons and materials, and a new item called a Reroll chip. This second type of currency can be used to reroll one of your daily challenges. You can either reroll a challenge you've already completed to get an additional daily challenge, or you can reroll to get a different challenge if the one available doesn't fit your playstyle. Reroll chips can be earned in the rank track, with additional ones available in the Eververse store for a small amount of silver. Event homes will replace the event card when a Destiny 2 seasonal event is live. Solstice, Festival of the Lost, The Dawning, Guardian Games, and any other event coming will have their own event homes, with no premium updates required. If Dungeons and Fighting Brigs aren't your thing and you've finished episode Heresy story, you have some time to catch up before the Edge of Fate begins, giving you some time to finish anything from episode Echoes, episode Revenant, as well as Heresy. Or you could complete your Nightfall Conquest seal, play some Gambit, or even go for Ascendant in competitive Crucible. Act 2 of episode Heresy brought with it the new activity, the Court of Blades. Set within the Dreadnought's Hole of Souls area, players are transported to different arenas across the system, from Io to Europa and on board a Hive warship. Court of Blades has 2 difficulty options, Normal and Expert, with adept versions of the Act 2 weapons only dropping in the Expert version. Also, the Grandmaster Nightfall note is available, giving Guardians the opportunity to complete their Conquest seal for this episode. With this note becoming available, this gives Guardians the chance to jump ahead and complete Act 3's Nightfalls, these being the Sunless Cell on the Dreadnought week 15, May 13th, and the Insight Terminus week 16, May 20th. Or conversely, you'll be able to complete Act 1 and Act 2's Grandmasters, which are now not available. Sart's Battlegrounds Moon, Lake of Shadows on the EDZ, Scarlet Keep on the Moon, Hypernet Current on Europa, Heist Battlegrounds Mars, and the Sart's Battlegrounds Cosmodrome. Act 1 of episode Heresy brought with it the new 3-player activity, the Nether. Set within the Dreadnought Patrol Zones, Guardians fight in random and varied encounters with different events and objectives every time. The Nether has 3 modes: the Nether Exploration for those solo types who want to just explore the Dreadnought, a match-made mode on baseline advanced difficulty, and a selectable non-match-made expert version. From Act 3 of episode Revenant, we have the new exotic mission Kell's Fall, where you can earn the new Void exotic shotgun Slayer's Fang, and new Prison of Elders challenge Kell's Vengeance, which can be found over in the Last City for 2 to 3 players. Act 2 of episode Revenant brought with it the Tomb of Elders, and Contest of Elders over in the Last City, which can be accessed after you complete the initial steps of Act 2. Also available for a weekly Pinnacle is the Salvation Jade raid over in the Pale Heart, and new dungeon Sundered Doctrine, which can be found over on the Throne World, with the exotic linear fusion rifle Finality's Ager up for grabs, and a whole suite of new weapons and armour. Just make sure to visit Encore over in the tower to pick up the quest Drowning Labyrinth to enter. Over in the last city we have Onslaught Salvation, which can be accessed after you complete the initial steps of the opening act of Revenant. This version of Onslaught brings with it new defences, 3 maps that are not in the Vanguard playlist version, and new enemies to fight. You can select from Widow's Court, Eventide Ruins and Kell's Grave, either normal or expert. Also, the original Onslaught has been updated to include some of the new additions. Located in the Vanguard playlist, the featured Onslaught map this week will be Midtown, with the Field Razor Tormentor kicking off the boss rotation. In the last city on the Helm, the exotic mission Encore is still available, with 2 difficulty options, normal and expert. Also, from episode Echoes, we have the 3 new Battleground activities, Delve, Conduit and Core, with Enigma Protocol and Breach Executable. The expert Battlegrounds will start this week's rotation with Delve. The Dreaming City this week is at a strong curse level, which means Petrovenge can be found in Ria Silvia and has the Dark Monastery mission for the next week. The Blind Well features Taken enemies and the Plague by Namina. The Ascendant challenge will be Ouroboros over in the Affiliates Rest Lost sector. On the Moon, the weekly story mission is in the Deep. The Trove Guardian is located in the Hellmouth, while the Wandering Nightmare is the Nightmare Resortal in Sorrow's Harbour. Nightmare hunts Tanix, Isolation, Zydron, Servitude, and Ghoul, Rage. The Altars of Sorrow will start this week's rotation with the Nightmare of Fogoth and the Blasphemer Shotgun. On Europa this week, Praxisi Technocrat will be the Empire Hunt, Cadmus Ridge will be the Eclipse Zone, and the Exo Challenge will be Safeguard. Dares of Eternity expert difficulty rounds are Hive, Fallen, and Valister Arc. The Scatterhorn armor set and the Lightkin armor set will be available in Dares of Eternity with Weapon Set 3. Chroma Rush, Ignition Code, Grid Skipper, Farewell, Sonja's Tale, Shattered Cipher, Main Ingredient, Long Shadow, Last Dance, Toil and Trouble, Wishbringer, and Last Perdition. The Witch Queen weekly story mission is The Ritual, Altar of Reflection's Choice, and Altar of Reflection's Insight. The Wellspring activity will start the week on Defense, with the Arc Grenade Launcher, Tarnation, and Vazul Solar Scorn Chieftain as the boss. The Lightfall weekly mission is Desperate Measures, the Partition mission will be Hard Reset, and the Vex Incursion will be Liming Harbour. In the Pale Heart, the exotic mission Dual Destiny is still available for teams of 2 Guardians, where you can farm the mission to earn as many new prismatic exotic class items as you like. The Final Shakes Cooperative Focus campaign mission this week will be Ascent. The 12 Guardian Match-Made Excision mission is also available next to the race for a weekly Pinnacle, with the Grandmaster version granting the Ergo Sum Catalyst and an Ascendant Shard. The Salvation Jade Raid Challenge this week is the first encounter Substranum called Scenic Route. The Root of Nightmares Raid Challenge this week is the 3rd encounter Macrocosm called Cosmic Equilibrium. The Vow the Disciple Challenge this week is the 4th encounter Rogue called Looping Catalyst. The Vault of Glass Challenge this week is the 4th encounter Gatekeeper called Strangers in Time. The Deep Zone Crypt Challenge this week is the 1st encounter Crypt Security called Red Rover. And the Last Wish Challenge this week is the 3rd encounter Morgoth called Forever Fight. Featured Pinnacle Raid 1 will be Kingsfall over in the Legends tab, and featured Pinnacle Raid 2 will be the Garden of Salvation over on the Moon, with all challenges available for all encounters. With the exotic Scout Rifle Touch of Malice being farmable from the final boss in Kingsfall, and the exotic Trace Rifle Divinity being acquired via completing the raid puzzles in Garden. Also, the Garden of Salvation weapons are now craftable, with the red borders being farmable for the week. Plus, you can grab a quest from Hawthorne in the tower for a guaranteed red border on a full completion. Featured Pinnacle Dungeon 1 will be the Shattered Throne over on the Dreaming City, and featured Pinnacle Dungeon 2 will be Duality over on the Derelict Leviathan on the Moon. The exotic mission rotator will be Starcross over in the Legends tab, with the Wishkeeper exotic bow being the main reward, and the Season the Wish weapon set. The exotic missions, the Whisper and Zero Hour, will also be available in the Legends tab. This week's challenges are Dread Reckoning, By Heart, Popping Off, Ethereal Might, and Darkest Nightfall. Lost Sectors, Tuesday Gilded Precept on Neptune, Wednesday Thriller Dome on Neptune, Thursday The Broken Deep in the Pale Heart, Friday The Blooming Deep in the Pale Heart, Saturday Bunker E15 on Europa, Sunday Perdition on Europa, and Monday Veil's Labyrinth on the Cosmodrome. The Grandmaster Nightfalls continue this week with our 14th featured Nightfall, which will see us face off against the Mad Warden in the Warden of Nothing over on the Dreaming City, with the Lotus Eater sidearm as the featured adept weapon. The 6v6 playlist will be Control. The 6v6 Quickplay mode should be the new game mode Heavy Metal, Showdown should be in the small teams Quickplay, and Hardware Mix could also be available, with Trials of Osiris at the weekend. This week should also see bonus Trials Reputation available all weekend long. And as a reminder, the annual Moments of Triumph continue, with a collection of 33 challenges celebrating everything you've been able to achieve in this past year. If you've been active, you'll likely already have some of these completed, which just gets you closer to the 26 you'll need to earn the 2024 seal and title. Still available is the Destiny 10th Anniversary in-game celebration event, And don't forget to keep an eye on Zer this Friday at Reset to see if he's offering another chance to grab a random rolled exotic class item for 41 strange coins. And that's it for the 14th week of the Final Shape episode Heresy. Thank you for watching. Allons-y.